Laker fans, what's going on? My name is Sammy Long. This is another Laker preview video, getting you guys ready for the upcoming matchup. We're doing one for every game this season, so it'll be posted for that. Today we're getting ready for the Orlando Magic, who play at Crypto tonight. Really excited. Lakers been on a tear, 6-game win streak, unbelievable play so far. Really, I mean, most Laker fans, I don't think could have even expected this. Had 10-4 record, 14 games in the season. But we'll get into the Magic in a little bit. We're getting to a Jared Vanderbilt update. Not the best news there, but we'll get into that in a minute. But first, Dalton Knecht. It's a quick clap up for him. I mean, he's unbelievable. What this guy did the other night, 37 points, 21 points in the third quarter, 5 back-to-back threes. I mean, he's playing like a 10-year NBA vet. Playing like 10-year NBA vet who's won 3 championships, and he's a month into his season. I mean, it's unreal what he's been doing, and the trust that his teammates have in him. I mean, LeBron had a quote. It's a little R-rated, so I can't say the whole thing. But on the Lakers draft and Dalton Knecht, he said they didn't find DK. The other 16 teams blanked it up. So that gives you a shot of how much they think about Dalton Knecht. I mean, Dalton Knecht, when he was still sliding down draft boards, no one got it. Like, why are you not taking this guy? He showed out in March Madness. He's a 4-year NBA or college vet. Like, worked his way up from community college all the way to Tennessee. I mean, this is what you look for in a guy who's ready to contribute now. And I think you're seeing a shift in the draft process, because it used to be take the guy who's 18, 19 with super great athleticism, great measurables at the draft combine. They perform better than anyone at the combine, not necessarily on the court, but at the combine. And hope you can develop them into something. In 2-3 years down the road, maybe you have something. But I think after talking about this last video, Jaime Jaquez Jr., the Lakers were firsthand last year, saw it. They took Jalen Hood-Schifino, and that has not worked out at all so far. And he's a guy that had all the measurables. You look at him, and you go, oh, he could be really good. I mean, he had the height, the handles, the skill. And the knock on Jaime Jaquez coming out of UCLA was, well, he was never the best player on his team. And Johnny Juzang was the guy in that tournament that took him to the Final Four. And other guys since, he was never the star. Well, all Jaime Jaquez did was win at UCLA. That's what he did. And he played in big games. And look what the Heat did. They took him. He's been unreal for him. And kind of been Jimmy Butler's running mate. So I think there's kind of a shift going on in the NBA where if you're a team, listen, I get it. If you're a lottery team and you're not very good and you're not winning a title with a ready-to-make player, then take a guy that could explode onto the scene in a couple of years and be a top-tier NBA talent. But if you're a team that, I mean, needs help to win now, why are you taking guys that can help you 3 years from now? That doesn't help you at all, and it devalues NBA draft picks. I think you're going to start to see that change. Dalton Knecht, the fact that he fell to 17 is crazy. I mean, this guy was supposed to go 6 because he was old, 22, and didn't play defense. I mean, it's silly. And the rest of the teams, as LeBron said, are kicking themselves. The Lakers didn't even work him out. Literally didn't work him out, because why would you? Why would you waste time on a guy who's supposed to be going in the top 10, maybe top 5 at 17? You're like, well, there's no way we're getting him. We're not going to waste a day on that. Dalton Knecht fell into Rob Pelinka's lap, and it's thank God he did. Thank God he did. After the performance the other night, his odds for Rookie of the Year shot up to plus 250. Literally the day before, it was plus 1,200. But now he's plus 250, right behind Jared McCain for Philly, who's had a really nice year. Over the last 4 games, Dalton Knecht, 24 points per game, 5 3-pointers made. I mean, just unreal stuff. And he's doing this a month into the year. He's setting Laker records, almost hitting Laker rookie scoring records in a month in. They point out on the broadcast of the Lakers, I mean, the way he shoots, he keeps the ball so high, like you can't even really defend him. He's kind of doing what Michael Porter Jr. has done to the Lakers the last few years in the playoffs. I mean, the Lakers simply did not have a guy to go guard him. And when they did, they just throw him out there. Even if they were there, he just shot over the top of him. And it didn't matter. And the Lakers didn't have that kind of stretch 3 to go up with him. Dalton Knecht, I mean, this gives you a excellent shooter, excellent scorer. I mean, he had 5 rebounds the other night. He's doing it also. He's getting better defensively. Statistics have shown. And it's exciting. Even if he's not a good defender, who cares? You have a knockdown shooter. The Lakers need a guy like that. LeBron's needed a guy like that his whole career. I mean, LeBron was like giddy post game. You watch the thing, he's like almost like he's smiling, like he can't even stop because he knows he's like, oh, we found something. We got a guy that, I mean, maybe in the fourth quarter of a Nuggets game when AD and LeBron go cold, and kick it to Dalton Knecht. We'll see what happens then. Let's see if another piece. And LeBron realizes that so far this season, they haven't had to take all the load with AD and LeBron. AD's been playing out of his mind, so has LeBron. But LeBron said a couple weeks ago, he's like, I can go off for a quarter at my age anytime, and that's what I'm expected to do. But for 4 quarters, that's brutal. That's tough. And the Lakers have not been asking them to do that. And it's exciting. It's exciting. I know they came back at the end. That was a little frustrating. They didn't get to rest their guys. It seemed like they were kind of lackadaisical with all the Knecht going crazy and kind of forgot that there was still a game going on. But, hey, they got the win. So that's all that matters. But exciting. Super exciting. Getting into Jared Vanderbilt update. Not the greatest news. Not the greatest news. But, we've been waiting on him to come back. Got hurt last year. Mike Trudell tweeted out, Jared Vanderbilt's rehabilitation will continue for the next couple of weeks before the next update. He's been ramping up activity, but the progression has been more gradual than the team anticipated. They'll be patient as his body builds up. There have been no setbacks, but initial expectations have been adjusted, and they want to keep the long term in mind. So looking through like purple and gold colored glasses, maybe the Lakers start to the year, they're realizing that they can bring him along slower in the emergence of Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish has been excellent. I mean, Cam Reddish has, even though he doesn't, you might look at the box score and you go, well, he doesn't really score or anything, but that's not what he does. He's not a scorer. He had 4 points. He had 2 blocks and 2 steals in that game. So, I mean, that's what you want out of Cam Reddish. You want a guy that can lock on their best guard, and especially with the emergence of all these guys. And we all know LeBron, AD, Reeves. I mean, Rui hasn't even been there. Knecht, D'Lo coming off the bench had excellent. He had a really good night. He had 8 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. That's so efficient. Real quick on a side note, Knecht and D'Lo coming off the bench, scary. And I can't wait to see that. That's going to be a big thing for the Magic tonight. But back about Vanderbilt, hopefully it's that they're bringing him along slower, knowing that because the Lakers have a good record and they're sitting, high in the West right now. It could be they're saying no setbacks. They could be being cagey about this. I hope he's all right because the Lakers are going to need him. The Lakers are certainly going to need him for the playoffs. So if we got to rest him now, that's fine. But they're going to need a lockdown defender like Jared Vanderbilt. When you're playing Jamal Murray, when you're playing an Anthony Edwards, and you're playing a Luka Doncic, guys like that, you got to have them. And it's nice that Cam Reddish stepped in that role. But Vanderbilt's even better. And if you can have 2 of them, I don't think that just because Vanderbilt comes back, Reddish shouldn't be playing. I mean, if you're getting massive production off the bench from D'Lo and Knecht, throw Reddish on there. Throw Reddish on the bench and let him run and have a lockdown defender on the bench as well. The problem why the Lakers haven't been able to do that in recent years is because they've had no scoring. So they need as many scorers as possible out there to hope one guy hits. And having a guy like Cam Reddish who's not really going to score, 8 points for him is a really big deal. Wasn't working. But with the emergence, I really think that when Vanderbilt comes back at some point, he could be on the bench rotation, Cam Reddish. But hopefully he's all right. I'm looking forward to his return. And it's a bit of a bummer, the setback, but hopefully it's just being precautionary. Getting to Orlando. Orlando's a very good team. They're sitting, I believe, 4 in the Eastern Conference right now. The Lakers are getting a little bit of a break with him. Paolo Banchero, their star, obviously out of Duke, will not be playing tonight. He's been out with his torn right oblique. He's expected back in December. Wendell Carter has been dealing with a foot injury as well. So he both really good. Rui not going to play tonight for the Lakers side, and Jackson Hayes will not be playing. But, not really new news there. Orlando played last night. They lost to the Clippers 104-93. Tristan Da Silva scored 10 points. Franz Wagner, 14 points. He had a rough game, though. -18 on the plus-minus. He definitely has been their go-to guy this year outside of Banchero. I expect a bounce-back game from him. He's had scoring around 23 points per game on the season, 5 assists per game. Batadze, I might have messed his name up. He scored 9 points. He's their center. He averages around 7 rebounds per game. KCP, we're obviously very familiar with KCP. He had a rough night last night, 1 for 6, 2 points, but I'm sure KCP will be jacked up to come play the Lakers again. But we all kind of know he was great with the Lakers and the rivalry with the Nuggets. So I'm assuming he'll have a bounce back game. Jalen Suggs, really good player, 16 points. Then off the bench, they kind of got 4 guys: Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner, Gary Harris, Anthony Black. Anthony Black, I think, is a really underrated player in the game. He had 17 points last night. On the season, he's getting better. 9 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, almost 5 assists per game. He's out of Arkansas. He's a second-year player. He's a guy to watch. The Lakers definitely got to match that on the bench because he kind of comes in. He's kind of their secret weapon. He was really good at Arkansas. Very talented player, and it's definitely translating. So not the full strength for Orlando, but should be a good game tonight. Orlando has played the Lakers tough in recent years. A couple shockers down there a couple years ago when the Lakers went to Orlando, and Orlando was bad, and they won. So hopefully, Lakers keep it going. And people saying, "Oh, the Lakers catching people injured." Well, that's the NBA. You know what I mean? Like the Lakers can only play who's in front of them. And again, I go back to I don't worry about this with the Lakers because the Lakers have shown they can beat good teams. They've beaten Phoenix. They've beaten the Timberwolves. They've beaten Sacramento. I mean, so it's not a sense of the Lakers have literally not beaten anybody good. They have been playing good. The last year, the problem with the Lakers is not being able to beat good teams. The problem was beating the teams that you should beat. I mean, that's been the killer for the Lakers for the last years. Is that every game was interesting. I guess it made great TV because every game, no matter how the Lakers play down their competition, they play up to their competition, and it's nice to see that they're actually beating the teams that they should beat. So it makes those wins against the really good teams mean even more. And it's also not if you lose to a really good team, it's like okay, we're cleaning up the games we should win. Versus needing we have to go through this gauntlet, we have to go beat the 3 best teams because we're fighting for a play-in. Lakers are sitting high up there right now at the 3 spot. Super exciting. Great time to be a Laker fan. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll look for a next one. Denver Saturday night. Lakers going to need a little get back on Denver. They haven't been in quite the same Denver team they have been all year, but we'll get into them for preview video Friday. Alan's going to be on the postgame show, so check him out. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Go Lakers. Get that 7th straight win. Thank you, guys.